Hello, everybody. We are doing some work on Kea today. Um, yeah, we're gonna have fun today. I may have been fairly untruthful in naming this stream because I said that it was going to be everyday conversations. I thought it was going to be everyday conversations, but I was inspired by Satan, a regular mascot of the channel, um to to do this story. Um this story, and then I was inspired by Satan again to do a translation of something to the effect of this whole. No, Satan. Satan, what are you doing? Why, Satan? Why are there two of you? Satan! I scared the crap out of you. Welcome, Satan. You are the reason I am here today. Oh, hello, Majahadra. We're doing translations now. While I wait for people to shuffle in, or whoever's gonna be here gets in here, I just want to talk a bit. So I don't just do conlang. Conlang is one of my special interests, but it's not my only one. Another one of my special interests is making music, composing, writing, recording, playing, whatever, what have you. So I was asked by a game developer to write music for a game jam game. For those of you who don't know, a game jam is just make a minimum viable product of a video game in a short amount of time. And last night I gave him something. I gave the developer something. And I was scared that he ghosted me because of my first attempt being just a flop. It just wasn't what he was looking for. So I was scared he ghosted me. But I wake up to this paragraph of just like a paragraph for each of the recordings I had, or each of the clips I had. So, and it all started off with, I think we're getting somewhere. So I think I'm doing all right. Yeah, and since more people are here, I want to share something that I wanted to share last time I worked on Kea, but it was way too off the beaten path of what we were talking about. So I just want to bring it up first. We have, so in this world, there we go. In this world, there are animals that are similar to field mice. I call them, in the definition, it's a field mouse. Now, the root for this is very odd. If you look at like the protoforms of words like pora, like pehura, doana, it's auna, epenthetic stuff. So why is Tiki Why is the protoform ticky? Well, this is my first onomatopoeic sort of word, where I was thinking about the sounds of little mice feet on like stone floors or just floors. So like your kid comes and wakes you up in the middle of the night and says, "There's a ticky." What are you talking about? The ticky? I don't know. It just went. So that's where I got the name for a field mouse. Even though there is a dedicated word for mouse. You can also see down here that that's going to turn into an adjective later. But I just thought that was interesting and something to share. Do I need more idiophones? I don't know if I have any idiophones in Kea. Do I? I know we have discourse markers. Ooh, did I never write that down? Ooh. Need to look at that. I need to go back up to my discussion about the quality of some fish. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh, jeez. Ah, well, I'll worry about that. I positioned my chat reading device far too far away from my place of seating. Ani ani, meaning to walk in and out of a room. Do those accents mean long vowels or do they mean high pitch? Because Kea doesn't do pitch. Well, it does pitch accent. In the sense of like pate, oa, kana. It doesn't do like, okay, it's stress. Ani ani? Ani ani. I feel like this is a targeted example. Where is this from? You're getting this from somewhere. What is ani ani? Answer me. All right. Well, while I'm waiting for the bane of my existence to respond, I'm going to something you made up. Only has a few hundred idiophones. Ooh. I can only think of 3 off the top of my head. But I'm gonna get into this. So yeah. We'll just start recording. 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody We are here doing some translations. I was inspired by the commonly occurring ambiguous entity that is Satan to do two translations. One of them very directly, I was told to do, and then the other one I was inspired to do. I was inspired to do a lament regarding Satan. If you've seen my last stream, you would know exactly what's happening. Just to fill you in, my last stream, Satan ended up joining. It was an impromptu Discord call, which is always great. Always fantastic. So, I'm going to translate first a lament regarding Satan. No, Satan! Satan, what are you doing? Why, Satan? Why are there two of you? Which... There was one point, I think it was 2 nights ago, where Satan and another individual on the Colin Gorey Discord server were on a video chat or video call or whatever, and I joined, and I just see two Satans. I see one camera with Satan, and then another one with a picture of Satan. And then the second guy just emerged from the picture. So, my first question was, why are there two of you? And I just saw out of the corner of my eye that there's an interaction between the Satans. Solar is trying to translate stuff as Satan attacks Solar's mental health, and Solar, there are two of us because I am the YouTube safe Satan. Why didn't the YouTube safe Satan show up to my last stream? Huh? Dead in the eyes as I say that. I am 100% gonna edit that out. Only people in the streams get to know about the humor. Satan dark mode versus Satan light mode. Okay. So, this one should be a quick one, since it is literally just exclamations, except for, Satan, why are there two of you? So, let's just jump right into it. So, no Satan. Do I have an imperative particle? I feel like I have an imperative particle. I do! It's Chana! So, the translation I might be going for is like imperative, stop, then Satan. We're looking at something like Chana. So I guess a better translation for this is like inhibit, to inhibit something. Okay, do I have I have a word for hold, right? Okay, to keep or to hold. We are doing some derivation. So, to keep or to hold. I want that unmerged. So, hold. To hold back. I'm pretty sure that this is a. Oh, I can't think of the term. What's the term? There's a satellite, and then there's a satellite framed and a verb framed language. And I'm pretty sure this is a satellite framed language. So, to hold back would be something to the effect of O, ma, fa. Or no, I'd say it would come from ma, fa. Ma, fa, and then add positions. So back. So hold back. Hold yourself back, son. In, at, on. I don't. Ooh, how many add positions are there? How many languages do an add? How many add positions does a language need? Cause I have a time, space, a spatial temporal reference to now, a spatial temporal reference to after or behind, and in front of, which I'm not sure whether or not. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that after refers to the past, and before refers to the future. And I have like tomorrow and soon and today. Like I don't know how to classify those, so I put those in add positions. So I can do at / around, and up and on. So yeah, so it looks like that might be it. At least two. Talk piecing only has two. If they're some would call those adverbs, but if they're add position, very temporal. Fair. Okay. I don't know. So, okay. So my thought goes to hold back or hold after. Or hold there. I could do hold there. Shana. So distal demonstrative. Okay. So Afa ke. Or is it? It's omafake. 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 So hold there. Hold there, Satan. Uh, so that since it's a verb construction, like it's stop, hold yourself there, Satan. I feel like Satan would be the subject, and I would need some way to mark a reflexive slash middle. So soton chana omafake. So, I mean, I can do like the very stereotypical like body. Eh. Like hold body. Hold your body, son. Actually, I like that. Would it be son? I think so. Oh my gosh. And it just I'm Oh my gosh, the two Satans talking to each other. Hug yourself, Satan. Oh yes, I agree, Majahadra. Satan should hug Satan's self. Okay, so I could do like your body. So Iomo Iomo Io sorry. Iomo. Guess I don't. And it's Chamo, I believe. Chamo. Yeah, Chamo. Yomo Chamo. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why can I not think? Body. Neck. Oh my gosh, I'm doing everything in the wrong way. What the heck? Look at me, just not knowing how to translate. Would not make... I won't make Conlangery proud if I keep doing it like this. Soton chana umafa ke iyomo chamo. Iyomo chamo. Literally... Satan, hold yourself there. No, Satan! Okay. Satan, what are you doing? Okay, so... What? Here's something funny. I was thinking about including a vocative. But of course I didn't. When I was first coming up with the case system for Kea, which was my big thing for Kea. I was thinking, oh, I should have a vocative. Then I thought, no, that would be too weird. Having only... That would be too weird. I already don't have a dative, but I have an ablative. Just adding a vocative on top of that would be terrible. So that's the choice I made. Satan. what thing do... Oh, how did I do questions? How did I do questions? What thing... Okay, so what thing is a noun? What thing functions as the subject? If one is to hug oneself, then there are indisposed to other actions. Therefore, hug reflexive means to stop doing X. Majahadra. Majahadra. What? You fool. That's actually great. But back to questions. This. Look in here. Trying to figure out how questions work. So it's Kaisakatama urama ashamo ioerama. So what thing can be done by me? What thing can be done by me? So it's a WH question. So what thing infinitive do then I guess I would just do to accusative. So soton kaisake what's the form? Dama orama. Orama. I'm missing something. I'm missing something here. 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, it wasn't oh my gosh. Yeah, everything else. Oh, only the infinitive is a suffix. Whoops. Oh, jeez. Infinitive. Rama. Mo. So if one is to... Okay. Vocatives can come from disfixes. Some Romance languages invaded vocatives as their only case by just removing the fine... What Romance language is that, Sotten? What Romance language is that? Ooh, that... They just removed it? Too fast to accuse him. Hey, ship. This is... We're having fun. We're having fun. Sotten is destroying my entire psyche. But we're having fun. What Romance language, Sotten? That... Oh. Latvian. Just removing the final vowel. Oh my gosh, I just realized Sutton is not a valid name or a valid word in Kea. Sotona. Okay, Sutton, you're Sotona. That's your name now. Sotona. Could do Sotoni. Not Sardinian though. YouTube is not going to see this mental breakdown. YouTube is not going to see this mental breakdown when it comes to Sutton talking to Sutton. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got a Discord chat from Sutton. I'm scared. I'm so scared. There's Sutton. I'm terrified. I'm gonna link this in the YouTube videos for this stream. I'm not gonna watch it here. I'm not gonna watch it here. So, was the meme worth it? What do you mean, was it worth it? Okay. So, I have Sotona, Chana Omafake Iyomo Chamo. So, Sutton, hold yourself there. No, Sutton! Sotona Kaesake Orama Chamo. Sutton, what are you doing? And do I have a word for why? Do I have a word for, like, what reason? I don't! Ooh, I don't have a word for... I don't have a word for, Is it a problem? Is it a problem? Why can come from the word for this plus intonation changes. Hmm. Conlanger Slosaurus. Heard! Give me the page. Give me the page. Give me your citation, Sutton. Oh, William Annis wrote this. That's cool. Give me the page, Sutton. Give me the page. 31. Got it. Oh, 31. Hmm. Also used for which? Okay. So, I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem to just use what. So, osa, 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 sotona, osa sotona. Why are there two of you? Genitive of that. So that's 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 that. Not sure how I feel about that. Of that, Satan is two. I just got it. Okay. So I think I think I can do Osa for like why Satan, but like for looking for actual legit reasons, it's like I can do the of that. Okay, I like that. And plus I get more use out of Glai. Glai. So Glai. Ed. Jen. Laurel. Just defeated. Laurel. Okay, so it's Klai. You can have the animacy distinction develop between what? Yeah! Because the animates have the ablative. So. Klalu. Ah! Ah! Ilo. Klailo. Ablative plural. Totona. I forget the word for two. Why? I can't count in my own language. Dato. Why did the dog die versus why did this bacon taste? Why does this bacon taste weird? Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I like that. And then later we can have like for different daughters of the language, for different daughters of Kea, we can do different different like reifications of that, of the gender system. Dato. Clailo. Clailo sottonatato. Right. I like how this started off like no Satan was the most complex thing we've done. No Satan. Right? It's literally two words in English. But because this is just like a proto world, because this is proto world, it is a lot less synthetic than English has it. So I think that's where we're gonna cut it for this video. Yeah, we translated a lament regarding Satan. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. So, if you want to see more translations, go on ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell so you know. Do all the YouTube things. Comment, share, talk about it to your grandma. I'm sure your grandma would love to hear about me. But yeah, have a good one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, whose grandma wants to hear about me? I'm gonna leave that one in. That was good on the spot thinking. Ring the bell so Sutton doesn't invade your social life. Ring the bell. Oh my gosh. Speaking of daughter languages, before we hop into like the next video, would y'all be interested in watching the development of daughter languages for Kea? That's something I've been wanting to do but never ended up doing. Heck, I have a whole I have a whole thing dedicated to it. What the? Oh! More languages for Sutton to touch. Beautiful. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is... Oh! The world building. I forgot about the names I had given to him. I started working on Proto Amecha and Achiamia. This was not always central. It used to be oceanic. So, but Proto Ankama is Far Eastern, and then Proto Ai was the Western dialect of Kea, and Achiamia is the Oceanic, which is the way. So, long story short, the first group of Keate were like split apart and thrown onto different planets because gods. And then there were some Keate who didn't like that. So they started fighting back against the gods. And at that point it was just like one big Pangea. One big Pangea sort of deal. And then the god said, I don't like that they're trying to fight back. So, they just took Pangea and cracked it like an egg. And so the Oceanic dialect was literally just the ones who had ended up on islands in the middle of the ocean. Which is, I'm not going to be able to, like, create every single dialect in that area. Because they are gonna end up being so disparate because they're oceanic, they're on islands. It wasn't always central, it was lateral. Oh jeez. I'm glad this isn't going on YouTube because I wouldn't want to subject anybody to what was just said. Quick, everybody, just type A in the chat so we don't have to see Sutton. But yeah, so because Kea itself was inspired by like the Polynesian languages so much, I figured I could just go ham with that in the Oceanic branch. Thank you! Thank you! Makes a contest for people to make the Oceanic languages. That could be fun! No, Sutton, you're not supposed to be doing it! Oh my gosh, because you're you, Sutton. Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna start up. I'm gonna hydrate. And then, I'm gonna get into the donkey beater story. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We have a very interesting story to translate today. We're probably only gonna get part of the way through. We're probably only gonna get part of the way through for this because it's a much bigger translation than what we did before. So feel free to join us. We'll be translating. I want to read this off before we get into it. Sutton recommended this story. It's something. This story was created by George Corley of the Conlangery podcast, which is fantastic. I love that podcast. It's where I learned a lot about what I know about. So we're gonna take a hack at it, mainly because it's really good for showing referent tracking, and that's something that I need to figure out how it works, because through my time of streaming here for Kea, I figured out how we're gonna do tenses. I figured out how we're gonna do questions. I figured out how we're gonna do some not idiophones. Well, Sutton showed me an idiophone. But discourse markers. I figured out how we're gonna do discourse. But I don't think I've done referent tracking. So, yeah, here we are. I am going to read through this story so everybody is on the same page. But yeah, here we go. There once was a man who beat his donkey every day. One day, a second man, who was a neighbor, came to the donkey beater and asked, "Why do you beat your donkey?" The donkey beater said, "Beating is all the donkey knows. I must beat him until he learns how to behave." The donkey beater then went into his home and discovered his dinner wasn't ready. So he beat his wife. His neighbor heard the screams of the donkey beater's wife and came to the door. "You should not beat your wife so much," said the neighbor. "I beat her until she learns to have dinner ready on time." Sometime later, the neighbor saw the donkey beater beating his son in a field. This time he did not say anything, but seized the donkey beater and began to beat him with a heavy cudgel. When the donkey beater asked why his neighbor was beating him, his neighbor replied, "I will beat you until you learn not to beat others." So, we're doing that. Sutton, my reference tracking methods at the moment are ooh, language family tree. First person, second person, and third person. Not even gender. distinguished on pronouns. So that is my reference tracking. So we can figure that out. We can figure out how to do that. There once was a man who beat his donkey. Bam. Beat your donkey. Demonstratives. What do you mean about? There is grammatical voice. Definiteness, I don't. If you're talking about just like definite versus indefinite articles, then yes, there is. There are, but they only apply to. They only apply to animate nouns. Demonstratives apply to inanimate nouns, so I can apply to inanimate nouns as well as animate nouns. So I can see those turning into inanimate articles, inanimate definite articles. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And there is voice. Other than that, I don't have very much. Okay. Do demonstratives behave like pronouns? Do demonstratives behave like pronouns? No. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so there was once a man who beat his donkey every day. We can do things with that. Do I have a word to strike? I do have a word to strike. I don't know if it's technically to strike. Hit. Okay. Mea. How do I do relative clauses? A while back I figured it was this thing. So I know this thing. Or it's just a compound. The complementizer is a compound with this and thing. So it would be. Hold up, which one is the? Let me grab this word first, and then I'll go into what the complementizer is. I do not want near. I want remote, and I want remote perfective. Kiyamiya. There we go. Oh my gosh, a man. Yeah. Amiya. Okay. There. Okay. So Tokai is the complementizer. Tokai. It's very fun because kai is the word for thing and kea is the word for person. Tokai. Okay, so there was once is funky because once comes from one genitive. I have ordinal numbers. But I think so I have ordinal numbers. But the way that tenses work, so they're the way that tenses work is that they have a root. We have like a root system for a past perfective, past imperfective, and a perfect tense system to evolve. Um, so I could say that some point in the remote past, a man beat, or ho, not ho, but ho, yeah, ho mia. So at a long time ago, some man, temporal add positions. You bring in the temporal add positions. Like what? What for? Would it be? Okay, so the question is, if we bring in the temporal add positions, my question becomes, are we speaking in reference to now? So like before us or after us? Hello, Galactic Sand. Yes, we are doing the Donkey Beater story. So, time is moving. So we are moving forward through time in Kea. Um, because I say this because my one of my big translation deals was Keate foi nesa, which translates to the ones left behind. So behind being like we're not looking at that anymore. Well, we're not looking at that anymore. Being molded into the idea of the past. English time strat. What's English? What's English's strategy? Yes, two Sotons. We just translated a text about that. Why are there two of you? That translation is literally a lament regarding Soton. Why are there two of you? Yes, time moves forward, Soton. And you face the future. Correct. Ooh, I didn't. My bad. I didn't mean to adjust everybody. Um. Yes, in English. Yeah. So, in Galactic Sand, a while ago, we I don't know if you were around for deciding these tense things with like remote past tense and a near past tense. But I figured that just using that remote past tense would be remote perfective past tense would be like sort of would be enough to reference the fact that this happened a long time ago. Yeah. But apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, so Yeah. So if I'm using the temporal adpositions, my question is, do I just say before us, a man, before us this happened, a man, beat his donkey every day. So I could say, what's the ashatanesa. Ashatanesa Kea Hokia. So Tokai. Ashatanesa Tokai. Before us, this. Or technically after us, like behind us, this. Kea Hokiamia. Tokai. Kea Hokiamia. And then frequency. How am I gonna do frequency? I can do. I have a word, so to hit, to fight, to fight. Do I want to use to fight, or do I just want to use like some sort of other construction that's like to hit and hit and hit and hit and hit? Because me yama, like, that just means to fight, which is a single instance. It's a single durative instance. What can I do to make it a not a semifactive, but a... Is it semifactive? Hold up. That's like once and a half, right? Oh, never mind. It's just once. Whoops. So, anti-semifactive. Well, okay, so the verb to hit already has galactic scan. The verb to hit already does have an iterative. It's reduplication. So the way reduplication works is that, hold up. So mea is to hit. Mea is to hit. Mea. So it's not perfectly an iterative. So it's a durative. So it takes a semifactive, a instantaneous action, and makes it durative. So you are fighting if you keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. You're fighting them. And with already durative is very broad. Fair. I guess the way I can't think of what the term is for something that happens in one chunk but continuous. Yes, it is lexical aspect. It is lexical aspect. That's, yeah. You got it, Sutton. So, yes, it's derivative. It's not aspectual. So what I could do is like to hold or to keep. We could do an English. We could pull an English to keep something. Well, no, that's already something else. We already have something else for to hold. That means like I don't want to do it. Uh so to return. Oh, he returns to hitting. We could do he returns to hitting like at morning. So hinoi. Tell you things about the absolute. Depending on how strong lexical aspect is, it can tell you things about the absolute of argument. Explain, Satan. Yeah. Also, I think I'm gonna stick with that returns to hitting. So, Heyama. Wait, no, it's Miyama. There we go. The Noi. Might have the accusative get replaced by the genitive based off of the lexical aspect. Again, that doesn't tell me much. Like, yes, that makes sense. The fact of the matter makes sense. Why would someone do that? Why would a language do that? Think about how telicity in Uralic language affects the direct object case. I don't know how telicity in the Uralic languages affects the case. The direct object's case. Yeah, no, I don't. So donkey. Do I have a word for donkey? Donkey. Can I know I have a word for beast of burden. I think. I feel like I should have a word for. Okay, we're just gonna use horse. Okay, I shoot bear, accusative. I shoot bear, partitive. Oh. Satan. I obviously have a misunderstanding of what telic means. Because doesn't telic mean. Telic means it's overtime, correct? And then atelic is instance. And has a defined endpoint. Or a natural endpoint. Okay. Ro. Ro. Okay. Building a house versus building houses. Okay. That's something I never thought about with this language. Okay, so one plural after complementizer man in def PFV, or it's just remote PFV. Hit inf row. I'll just say donkey. Because when you finish building a house, it's complete. There's nothing left. Where building houses, you stop when you want because there's a theoretically infinite number of houses that can be built. Differ by Teolicity is the name of my third autobiography. Durative versus punctual might not handle objects the same way. Okay. So I never thought about that. So what I can do, I can do that. I can do durative versus punctual being, or instantaneous being a sort of on the verb sort of thing, and I can do telic versus atelic be on the noun. So I could do I could do genitive. I could do genitive for the so like if it's durative plus telic equals accomplishment. Durative versus atelic equals activity. Okay, so I could say there was a man that returned to a horse's beating or a donkey's beating. Yeah, I could do that. To return to a donkey's beating. So roi or roi. 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 Then him, because it needs to be like his horse, referred to as his horse. So me. Me. I'm breaking this up because I need this to be broken up. Just for my sanity. I strike the nail is equal to I strike of the nail. I strike the. I'm fighting the nail. Okay. I think I am. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I think I'm gonna stick with this, like, the donkey's beating, like the beating of the donkey. For like a durative atelic meaning. Because that is just a general. To me, that sounds very general. Ooh, man. Or him. 3. Ack. And then I need every day. So, or in the morning, or at tomorrow. Ah, not that one. Okay, so. Ishae atu. Atu. If you accept these changes, then Sutton wins. So, I'm fine with Sutton winning here. This is actually something I never really thought about, and I think in working on these translations, it does. In working on these translations and figuring out different nuances and different complexities, because this is a proto-language, it leaves a lot of things for daughter languages to work with, you know? So, I'm fine with it. Sha'i. Isha'i. Isha. There's so many brackets. There's so many brackets. Isha'i. Ah. That is 4. That is 4. That is 4 A's in a row. That is 2 more A's per syllable. Ah, two. Ah, two. That is fantastic, and I live for it. Okay. So, tomorrow. At. Okay. Or should I do at all tomorrows? So, like a. Oh my gosh, a collective tomorrow. Hmm. I don't know. Should I do a collective tomorrow? Just to show that it's a telic? Or. Yeah, a telic. I could do an all tomorrows. It would also that would also need to treat it like a noun, which I don't think is a problem. So I can say congregation kind of just means a collection. I say that because I have a word for congregation. So remember to hydrate to beat your donkeys. Yes. Yep. Oh my gosh, what case does it take? What case does it take? Oh, I'm gonna say ablative. No, it's gonna be accusative because it's a locative. Like, in all of tomorrows. Yes, it's accusative. Patemo. Patemo. Oh. That's fun! Okay. I just want to point out that this is my favorite aspect of Kea. The fact that you get two long vowels right next to each other that are distinct from each other. Only because of the accent, generally. So, patemo. Or aatu. Only because of the accent. It is fantastic. A spelling reform? What do you... What? So, okay. So, Satan... It's macrons. I use macrons to denote long vowels. The problem is, I don't want to waste the time to copy and paste every single one. I might have to just do a stream of me going back and... Yes, but in the text I'm writing. Why would I do an acute mark when I already have the macron? Like, Majhandra, no! Oh, with an underring. Just turn on your international keyboard and use... What makes you think? What makes you think? No, I do, actually. I don't have any set up right now, but I can figure it out. I'll have to go in and work on that when I'm not streaming sometime. But so, after working on one line for this, oh, okay, I'm gonna write the literal translation and then I'm gonna end this video. Okay. For us, this happened. A man a long time ago, a man returned to his donkeys morning. Before us, this happened. A long time ago, a man returned to his donkeys beating it every morning. Oh god. Satan. No, I can't. I'll end the video and then I'll check it out. So I think I'm gonna give a I think I'm going to give a dramatic reaming. Very on brand for this story. A dramatic reaming. Just bam. Okay. So Ashata nesa tokai. Kea hohinoi meamaroi some isha e patemo atu. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. This was literally one line of this. One sentence. One sentence of this story. And it took 30 minutes? About 40 minutes it took to do this. So, join us for the next video. Yeah, if you want to see more, join us for the next video. Do all of the things, do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, ring the bell, share. Tell your dog about me, you know? I'm sure your dog would be very happy to hear about me. So, I'm gonna cut it here. Have a good one. Son, what did you send me? Oh. Oh, Sutton. Oh, Sutton. Hold up. So this. Wow, okay. I think I get it. Ah. Super useful for documentation. Yeah. Hold up. Okay. Again, I'm gonna have to, like, actually break this down sometime. So I can do, like, sentence. NP. I'm missing something. I'll have to figure this out some other time. Thank you, Sutton. Very helpful. Now, I think I'm gonna start another video so we can work on the second sentence. The second sentence of this translation. This is gonna be a marathon. I have a feeling. This isn't gonna be a sprint. It's gonna be a marathon. Hydrate before we beat our donkeys. All right. Sutton Barbar. Yeah. As Sutton Barbar Tekok Inglar. I don't know what that means. Alright! Sutton. That's a sound clip. Nice. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We are, in fact, we are in fact returning to this donkey beater story. Last video, you watched me work through the first sentence of the story while I was being shouted recommendations at by Sawton and Sawton. You know, the resident eldritch beast. So we're working on the second sentence now, which promises to be a doozy. So again, I'll read through the story again, so everybody is caught up. One day, a second man, or actually, there once was a man who beat his donkey every day. One day, a second man who was a neighbor came to the donkey beater and asked, "Why do you beat your donkey?" The donkey beater said, "Beating is all the donkey knows. I must beat him until he learns how to behave." The donkey beater then went into his home and discovered his wife wasn't ready. So he beat his wife. His neighbor heard the screams of the donkey beater's wife and came to the door. "You should not beat your wife so much," said the neighbor. "I beat her until she learns to have dinner ready on time." Sometime later, the neighbor saw the donkey beater beating his son in a field. This time, he did not say anything, but seized the donkey beater and began to beat him with a heavy cudgel. When the donkey beater asked why his neighbor was beating him, his neighbor replied, "I will beat you until you learn to not beat others." It's a beautiful story, all about assault and violence. Assault and violence. Woo. So, for this one, we're gonna spend a little bit of time working on this one will definitely be a shorter video, considering that I don't have very much time left for this stream, but we'll do what we can. So we're going to do the second sentence. One day, a second man who was a neighbor, came to the donkey beater and asked, "Why do you beat your donkey?" So how are we gonna break this down? We can one day, a second man. So, okay, second. I have ordinal numbers as well, so datoi. Datoi. Second man. Ordinal and ordinal. Datoi. Datoi. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking? One day, a second man who was a neighbor. Oh! So, demonstrative. I forgot the demonstrative. Not the demonstrative, the article. Indefinite article. So, Geho datoi. Datoi. There we go. So a second man came to the donkey beater and asked, "So, may I? Oh, not that one. I could do Ia. I could do Mesha. I think I'm gonna do Mesha. So, Mesha. That's bad. Go to the man of beating donkey. The man of beating donkey. What do I want to do that? How do I want to parse that? Uh, came to visit. I could do came to visit it. Or came to see it. Came to it. The man hitting his donkey. Yeah, I can do that. So came to see Somo. Making sure. Somo. Okay. Kia hota toi mesha somo. Came to see it. Kia ho Mia, or it's Aramea? Arimea. I believe that's Arimea. Yeah, Arimea. Arimea ro Roisome. Is it the donkey beater who beats his wife or the neighbor who beats his wife after seeing the donkey beater using beating to resolve the problem? Trying to read that broke my brain for a second. Is it the donkey beater who beats his wife or the neighbor who beats his wife after seeing the donkey beater use beating to resolve problems? I believe it is the donkey beater. Yeah. The donkey beater then went into his home and discovered his dinner wasn't ready, so he beat his wife. That is... The donkey beater is the one who beats everyone. Yes, except for the man who beat the donkey beater. That is a man beater. Yes. That is getting cut out. 100%. So, ordinal... Remote... PFV... Hit. Or go. Sutton, no! Wait. This is perfect. Sotona chana o mafake io mochamo. Io mochamo. Sutton, no! But that's what you would have thought, but both times you heard it, it read. I heard it read. Thought the neighbor went home inspired by the donkey beater and hit his wife. No! That is the exact opposite message that we're trying to convey here. No! Okay. Go. React. Man, definite. Mo imperfective. It's donkey. No, not Roi. It would be Romo or Roo. I believe it's Roo. Not that video. Not that tab. It's Roo. Donkey, accusative. 3. Genitive. Okay. So we have that. So a second man went to it. Now after having been kicked many times, I have returned. Cotton. This is why we don't say things. Cotton. This is why we don't say things. Okay. So it's very interesting. We've been doing a lot of reduced clauses, or not reduced, but subordinate clauses. Very interesting, because I would have never thought about this. One day, a second man who was a neighbor came to the donkey beater and asked, "Why do you beat your donkey?" Okay. This is why I said no returning to the stream. Who's returning to the stream? It's hard to You are Sutton! You are Sutton! Okay. And do I have... So I can do after this. For like and then. Or I could do before this because of so do Tolosha. I forgot Kea had the lateral approximant as a phoneme. So what we do is we just replace the L with R. Because the alveolar trill is a lot more common than the lateral approximant. All for getting rid of the lateral well, no, the lateral approximant happens in the ablative. Again, all for getting rid of the lateral approximant, say I. And replacing it with the lateral trill, or not lateral trill, the alveolar trill. Give me an L or an R in live chat if you want. If you want to get rid of the lateral approximant. If you want to get rid of the lateral approximant, type in R. If you want to keep it, type an L. That's This is This is conlanging, I tell you what. The only person that's responded is Satan, and I don't want this to be Satan's decision. If I have more than 2 Rhodix. I don't have more than 2 Rhodix. I literally only have the alveolar trill. I have an L. I have an L. I have 1 R, I have 1 L. Are we, yeah. That happens. That delay. This is conlanging. No, Majahadra, you can't do both! No! You can't do both! I have 2 losses, man. We're doing it. Okay. Heads, we get rid of it. Heads, we get rid of it. Tails, we keep it. Alright? Alright. That's a And I can get away with this. Mainly because there was never anything. Ah, no. Rigged. There was never anything that, like, was different between, like, L's and R's. Like, in the sound changes, so I'm fine with this. It's not like this is gonna cause. It's not like this is gonna cause catastrophic problems. I don't see them here. The coin was a paid actor. But yeah, the L is like super uncommon. Okay, we're just... No! No! What did I just do? Okay, because I forget. Okay, Control H. And L. Replace it with R. Replace all. 36 instances with L! Yeah, I could. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just say, yeah! At some point, they... At some point, we got rid of them. Find R. Or find L. Replace it with R. One instance. Satan, maybe later. No. No, 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 no. We're just doing, like, flat out. We're 100% just doing flat out. Find all L's. Replace it with R's. Done. 250 instances. Korean liquid. Oh, I like that. Boero. Boero. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. So, I just wanted to make it clear. When I created Kea, when I created the phonology for Kea, I created it as a... I created the phonology as just a sort of like... At least the liquids. I thought, well, every single language. Of course, I hadn't been exposed to like the technical details of Japanese yet. No, not... I hadn't been exposed to like the technical details of Japanese yet. But I believe that all languages all over the place everywhere had both a rhotic sound and a lateral liquid sound. If they had one of them. If they had one, they'd have the other. And when I tell you that this just kind of like... Otanoero. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Oh, I love that. Quero. Caro. Yes, we can say L just flat turn to R in standard Kea. We can say that the northern dialect, because there is a northern dialect, and the main difference between the northern dialect and the IA dialect is that there's no palatalization. So it's not... trying to find a word with palatalization. Okay, so it's not che, it's te. Yes, so we can do... I will have to keep in mind... Oh, Satan. Or do I want to make you a... Do you want access to the actual document itself, or do you want access, or do you want to just look at it? Do you want access to the document? Got it. Ooh. On that note. Oh, hello, son. I'm gonna call it here. So, yeah, YouTube, do all the things. I know it's dangerous. That's why I just set him to viewer. Yeah, he's only a viewer. So, I'm gonna call it here. Everybody on YouTube, do all the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, break the bell. I don't care. Ring the Christian bell. Tell your favorite film director about me. Send an email to your favorite film director. Tell them that you know this guy named Deep Solar and that he's the coolest guy on earth. Do it. I'll see y'all later. Alright. Step 1, viewer. Step 2, editor. Step 3, profit. Okay, I'm gonna pull up. So I'm gonna pull this up. Okay. So what I'm gonna do. Personally send Solar pictures of bacon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm gonna make a copy of this for me as standard Kea. And I will not share it with Satan. So I have my copy. Oh, where did K come from? K came from it came from ejective K. Okay. So then I'll call this Northern Kea. Yep. For this version. Okay. So I have this. I have mine. I have Satan's. Thusly, you're watching this firsthand. You're watching the beginning of something terrible. Wait. Hold up. Let me go through and make sure I get all of the C's as T's before I let Satan. Step 3, profit. What? What? What, Majahadra? What? C and replace it with T. Match. So instead of ta, instead of cha, it's da. Yeah, I know. That's why I made my own document, Majahadra. That's why. Who can see this? Yeah, it's private only to me. Good. Good. Yeah. There is just a reason why that literally Satan plotting is the reason I have my own document that he cannot get to. Or they cannot get to. My bad. I do not. Yeah. No, 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 no. Satan, no. No. You will not get to this. Find C. Place with T. Place all. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot I have to go. You know what, Sutton? I'm just gonna let you have free reign. Just go back in. Sutton, just go back in and change all of the palatalized things to alveolar. Like, SH into S and, CH into T. Or C. It's just C into T. Hey, I can hear you just salivating at the thought of having free reign over my precious. Yeah, Sutton really is. Alright. There you go. Just go through it, have fun. The evolution was done through, Oh! Here's the northern dialect evolution. Evolution was done through SCA2. So, this, the what's it? Exclamation mark means stress. Alright. I have gone over my time. Thusly, I shall bid all of you good day. Have a good one, y'all.